Championship Wrestling, bringing you great wrestling action sanctioned by the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the very best wrestling in the world. Tony, we saw the handiwork of the Four Horsemen, and they will be with us today.
The Four Horsemen will be with us, and a very special interview with the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Because of what happened, what we saw right there, there's been a question about will he be able to make that winner-take-all match June 6th in Greensboro. We'll hear from the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, here today about that. And also, a very special guest will be with us here today on this program.
That's right. We're not going to tell you, but really, it's a surprise, and you're going to want to see him.
Also here today, fans of Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors, Tully Blanchard with Dark Journey, and the U.S. Tag Team Champions, Jim Cornette, along with the Midnight Express.
We're going to get to the match in a minute. You know, Jim Crockett Promotions forcing me into cage matches with Ronnie Garvin, tried to stop it in the court of law, tried to stop it by public opinion, tried to put Ronnie Garvin out of business, but it didn't work. I didn't want it to come to this, but it's come to this. I am calling for Jim Crockett Jr., president of Jim Crockett Promotions, to turn over full control of JCP Sports, the offices, houses, cars, assets, G1 to Sweet Stan Lane, pending investigation of forged contracts and fiscal irregularities by an independent committee. The independent committee will be composed of beautiful Bobby Eaton, who has the documents, is studying them carefully, and who will render a fair and impartial decision on whether he believes Jim Crockett has repented. If Jim Crockett is found to have had no conspiracy or collusion with Ronnie Garvin in the attempt to have Jim Cornette assassinated, and if Crockett has had no other illicit encounters, his promotion will be returned to him. Stan?
This is not a hostile takeover. Jim Crockett has in the past done good services for his community. But Jim, when you signed contracts for cage matches between Jim Cornette and Ronnie Garvin without asking Mr. Cornette's permission, well, Jim, that made my blood boil. If Bobby's investigation finds you innocent, your company will be returned. However, if you are guilty, you'll be voted a lifetime salary, your air-conditioned doghouse will be returned, and I will continue to operate JCP to stand for truth, justice, and the American way, big profits.
I'm sorry it had to come to this, Tony Schiavone, but that's the way it is. And now, ladies and gentlemen, while I await Jim Crockett to turn over control, I introduce you to the United States Tag Team Champions, beautiful Bobby and Sweet Stan, the Midnight Express.
I see the look of worry on your face, David.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk wrestling. These two men can really go at it. U.S. Tag Team Champions.
You know, it's a shame when you got to come out here and air your dirty laundry in public. David, it looks like you need some dirty laundry done, but the fact of the matter is that this is the only way, the only recourse that we have available to stop these cage matches between me and Ronnie Garvin, because you know well as I do, your brother's trying to hornswoggle me. So that's the situation as it stands. Like I say, we should do this in private. We should be nice, respectable people, but unfortunately, sometimes it becomes necessary to do public news conferences like that and get things out of the public eye.
He'd like to do it in private, wouldn't he?
Yeah. The U.S. Tag Team Champions.
And now you see Tommy Angel. He's tagging out, and here comes David Isley. And David looks like a fire engine today. He's all in red. And he's locking up with Sweet Stan Lane, one half of the greatest tag team that has ever been on the face of planet Earth, one half of the most awesome force in the galaxy as we know it, and a couple of modest, unassuming guys, the Midnight Express. Beautiful Bobby in now. And look, wait a minute.
There he goes to the ring. David Isley getting a first-hand look at those U.S. Tag Team belts.
Now you see right there, I was being a nice guy. I was giving him a good look at the championship belts. Beautiful Bobby going up to the top rope now, and nobody does it in the air like beautiful Bobby. Nobody comes off the ropes like beautiful Bobby.
Beautiful.
And as far as doing things on a flat surface goes, brother, Sweet Stan Lane, he's the best there is horizontal. I'm going to tell you that. So together we got the ground, we got the air, we got it all covered. Midnight Express, U.S. Tag Team Champions. And you see a sportsmanlike gesture there. Hey, you know something? Just as I always do to an up-and-coming young tag team, a couple of guys that deserve it like this, I'm going to make this a U.S. Tag Team title match. If Tommy Angel and David Isley win today, they can be the U.S. Tag Team Champions. Tony, how do you like it? Isn't that kind of fair of me?
You've really, you've started out the program. There's nothing but niceness coming out of your mouth today.
Oh, nothing but niceness, because I'm a nice guy, and Mama always told me to be fair, to be square, to play it by the rules, and to be nice and courteous whenever possible, except when pressed by people like his brother, like this psychopath Ronnie Garvin trying to assassinate me, like all these people that are against me in the Midnight Express, all this conspiracy.
He's not going to assassinate you.
What do you know about things, David? What do you, if I want your opinion, I'll tell it to you, okay? Look at that.
Just say, no, I just want to.
Hey, how do you...
yellow. I guess it's yellow, huh, really?
Yeah, it's yellow. Okay, I'm glad you're not colorblind. Let me tell you something. What do you get a haircut with a pencil sharpener, don't you, David? Look at that. Come on, boys. Let's do it, baby. You know something, Tony? I am amazed every time I look at my men get in the ring by just how great they are. You know that? And every time I look in the mirror, I'm amazed that I just get better looking all the time. As a matter of fact, I get amazed a lot.
He's going to be amazed when he gets in the ring with Ron Garvin.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be amazed at how many positions he can put himself into.
Let me tell you something. I'm full well of which ways my body will bend and how it feels good to do it. I don't need Ronnie Garvin to bend me in different ways, tie me up in a pretzel. I know he's capable of doing that. I know he's capable of doing anything to me that he wants to do because he's a psycho. You take any common criminal off the street, and they could probably beat somebody up because they're strange, they're deranged, they got superhuman strength. But Ronnie Garvin is going to have to deal with the Midnight Express before he gets a hold of me in those cage matches. I'm afraid if he don't, it might be too late, and that's what my problem is because everybody is sanctioning this thing. Well, I'm going to guarantee you this, as I wait, I'm going to wait in the back. I'm going to give Jim Crockett Jr. 30 minutes to come out there and turn over control of JCP Sports. Pending that investigation, I'm going to let him turn over control to Stan Lane, and I promise we'll be fair and square and impartial. We will administrate to our best effectiveness. We will appoint a board of directors, and if it's found that Jim Crockett is not ready to assume control again, woo! Then we might just do something like that to him. What teamwork? But more than that, what sportsmanship? See, helping the man up, and here it is. Woo! We originated it, we patented it, we invented it, the double goozle.
Oh, I'm so glad this match is over. Thank goodness, get him over there. Jim Cornette with the U.S. Tag Team Champion. It's very odd, to say the least, to see the manager of the World Tag Team Champions, #1 Paul Jones, out here with the Russian team of Vladimir Petrov and Ivan Koloff, Paul.
Well, you know, everybody think #1 Paul Jones is down because of the injury of Rick Rude. But my goal in life is to keep those world belts in this stable. Now, let me tell you something right now. I formed an alliance here with Ivan Koloff, 3-time world champion. The brother is where it's at. And Petrov is also going to be in the area where we're going to keep the world belts here. The ravishing Rick Rude's injury is not going to stop my dreams. The Raging Bull is intact, and he's charging forward. And let me tell you something right now, Rock and Roll Express. Don't think this team is weak. You want the world belts, you come and get it.
Comrade Jones, on the behalf of Vladimir, myself, we are very proud to join up with you in the quest of holding on to a prestigious title such as these, along with Raging Bull. You see superpowers, Dusty Rhodes, Nikita, we are never down and out. No, now we are stronger than ever. Nikita, Philadelphia, you're going to find that out. Superpowers, I told you time and time again. Now with the genius of Paul Jones as a manager, the influence that he has got, there is nothing that is going to stop us.
The Russians, Ivan and Vladimir, along with Paul Jones. Fans, more action right after this timeout.
Ivan Koloff against Alan Martin. And in the ring, Paul Jones and Vladimir Petrov.
Well, the injury to Rick Rude, and Paul Jones has been able to join forces with the Russians to help the Raging Bull defend that World Tag Team title. They seem very comfortable there with Paul Jones and very at ease. You know, Paul the way he manages, his men are so rough and tough that they just kind of slided right into the Russian style, didn't they?
They really did. You know, Paul Jones, being the excellent tactician and manager that he is, he's picked a very good team. Look at this. Hard right to the head. A sucker punch.
Yeah, you're right about that one.
Look at him, heads on the floor now.
Now Paul over there, right there, he's talking to Petrov while Ivan is destroying Alan Martin in the ring. It's all a part of Paul Jones and his teaching, his coaching as a manager.
Here he goes. Leg right across the chest. You know, Tony, you look at Ivan Koloff and all these wrestlers, there's a man, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. A very unique individual. Good neck breaker by Ivan. You know, Dusty, with this hard schedule that he has wrestling, he takes time out to do a lot of charity events. And coming up in Fort Payne, Alabama, the June Jam. That's going to be the 5th through the 14th. Dusty's going to be there the 11th, June 11th, to play in a charity softball game, along with Dr. Death, Steve Williams.
David, that's right, and I know Fort Payne, Alabama, looking forward to Dusty Rhodes. I talked to some people down in Fort Payne last week. The whole area is buzzing. Fort Payne, Rome, Georgia, all around in there, buzzing about Dusty Rhodes coming to Fort Payne to play in that softball game, along with the group Alabama.
Oh, yeah. Look at Ivan. Ripping at them out. Not trying to pin him, just trying to punish him. Remember, coming up, you're going to see Nikita Koloff. Also the new breed, the Rock and Roll Express. Tully Blanchard and Dark Journey. Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin, Ron Garvin. The Road Warriors. Arn Anderson, the World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair. Everyone is here on the very best World Championship Wrestling and the Superstation, WTBS. Elbow in the back of the neck.
Some warnings there from Teddy Long, but Ivan Koloff. And Paul is really coaching Vladimir Petrov there on the floor right beside the ring. Alan Martin is way beyond out right now.
Oh, yes. See, still, he doesn't try to pin him. He's not ready for that. You see Vladimir and Paul.
All right, all right.
Backs him in. Here he goes. Elbow in the chest. Still takes his time. Now he's going up on that second rope. Just waiting. Here he comes. The sickle! All right, we're back with Vladimir Petrov against the Black Mountain. Vladimir, they say he's the Russian might, the monster.
Paul Jones right there saying, pick him up. Pick him up. Okay, let's see.
You got Black Mountain there. He's a big man. Look at Vladimir. What's he gonna do to him? Elbow in the back of the neck. Backs him in. Here he goes. Whips him across. Good elbow. Put him down. Put the big man down.
And that is a big man, Black Mountain is.
Vladimir stalks his prey. Oh! Dropped him head first on the mat. Still kicking him. Black Mountain having a hard time getting up now.
Paul Jones and Ivan Koloff are both out there with Petrov, so there's a look at Paul Jones as he watches the match.
Switch now. The Russian sickle by Vladimir. Goes over and puts him down for the pin. The mighty Russian, Vladimir Petrov. Destroyed Black Mountain.
It is always good to see Barry Windham with us right here. Fans are standing up, chanting, Barry, 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 good to see you again.
Thanks, Tony. You know, I tell you what, I want to talk about Bubba Rogers just for a minute here. Now, Bubba Rogers has a new championship. As everybody out there knows, Bubba Rogers, I want that championship. And very soon, that championship will be mine. Now, I'll tell you what, coming up in the Superdome, right there in New Orleans, on the 13th of June, they got one of the biggest cards ever. I'm on that card, Bubba Rogers is there. I'll tell you what, that just might be the night when I get that championship. And as far as Tully Blanchard goes, I'll tell you what, Blanchard, you think that you put Dusty out of commission, but he's walking on both legs. He's up and he's strong right now. I tell you what, you think you got the job done, you better think again, because he's hot after your tail.
Okay, Barry Windham with us. Fans, we'll be back right after this timeout.
All right, you heard Barry Windham say you can't keep the big man down. I'm talking about the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. The Four Horsemen tried it, Tully Blanchard, but they couldn't keep him down.
Well, they've tried before. We've always said Dusty Rhodes, he'll bounce back every time. Let's hear a very special interview from a very special man, a very emotional interview from the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, can everybody hear me here tonight? Everybody's all right? Huh? Is everybody all right? We're going to talk just a minute. You know, last week the Four Horsemen laid me out in the middle of the ring, say they took one of my legs from me. Well, let me tell you something. I'm standing out here, Tully Blanchard, both legs underneath me. I'm standing out here with both legs. With both legs. First of all, I know there's a lot of people out there right there now that was born in the 60s. They're children of the 60s. And children of the 60s knew what it was like to have war, peace, and how to fight and scratch and claw for whatever they wanted. And let me tell you something, Tully Blanchard. You might have her out here now. Yes, she's going to be a dark journey for you, baby. You know what I mean? She's going to be a dark journey. Magnum TA will be in Greensboro, North Carolina, June the 6th. Yeah. He will be holding my $50,000. And Tully Blanchard, you forgot one thing. You gave your money to Mr. Crockett. He's holding that money. Now then, the Fucking Like a Monkey tour is over. It's over. And if you're gonna come out here and talk like me, New Breed, you better get it right, because I'll come over and kick your butt. You understand what I'm saying? All my life, I lived on the end of this lightning bolt. And now then, this is the new Lightning Bolt Tour, 1987. This is starting to kick butt, take names, and get funky as I ever got in my life. So Tully Blanchard, you bring it out. The American Dream, you listen to me back there too, baby. The Four Horsemen, I'm gonna tell you what, baby. When it's over, there ain't gonna be a saddle big enough to put on your back, because I'm gonna ride you all over this state, all over this country. That's a fact. All right. Yeah, thank you.
The boss, Magnum TA.
Magnum TA will be in Greensboro, says Dusty Rhodes, and here he is. And you can hear the outpouring of love from the fans, Magnum.
Well, you know, there's a few things in this life you can depend on. You can depend on the fact that the Four Horsemen will always be getting up mighty early every morning, trying to think of a way to put the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, out of professional wrestling, but they can't get the job done. And you can depend on the fact that as long as I've got any energy in this body right here, I will be by his side at whatever cost. So Tully Blanchard, it's been a long, long time since I had the pleasure of stepping in the Greensboro Coliseum. But June the 6th, step in that Coliseum I will. and I'll walk down that aisle beside the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and be ringside with $100,000 on the line. With me taking care of business, myself taking care of the money, and you inside that ring facing what might possibly be the most brutal match you've ever had in your life, outside of the one you had with me in the I Quit match, because you see, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes is coming after that World Television title. Not just coming after it, but coming to get back something that has been his rightfully all along. In a 60-minute time limit match, a whole lot of pain, blues, and agony can be dealt out. I know about those things, so does American Dream Dusty Rhodes. And this is step one in my comeback. You gotta take things one step at a time, and that's exactly what I'm doing. But when I walk that floor June the 6th at Greensboro Coliseum, that's just the beginning, because I can see that light at the end of the tunnel now. And when Magnum TA steps out in that light, there's gonna be a whole lot of people gonna be paying some dues. I can promise that.
It's good to have you back, comrade. Good to have you back.
Magnum TA. Fans, let's go to the ring.
The boss is back, Magnum TA. And in the ring, the United States heavyweight champion, Nikita Koloff. God, it's great to have him back.
Well, if the Four Horsemen had any doubts about Magnum holding that money at the Greensboro Coliseum, they better wipe that from their mind right now. David stops him. Nikita Koloff holds that U.S. heavyweight title.
Lex Luger, one of the Four Horsemen, trying to take it away from him any way he can. And here's one reason, Lex, you're gonna have a hard time. The Russian sickle by Nikita Koloff puts him down for the pin. The winner,
To say there's animosity between Lex Luger and Nikita Koloff would be putting it mildly, and not too long ago we saw that break loose.
Lex Luger, you know, he has come out here for a long time now and say, I am every woman's dream. Well, you got a mistake in your mind, Lex Luger, if you think you are every woman's dream. If you think every woman around here wants you. If you think you got the biggest car anywhere around here, Lex Luger, if you think you got it all together, Lex Luger, you make a big mistake. I want to tell you, it's just a few days ago, something happened between me and Lex Luger, and I think you got something other people want to see.
Okay, let's take a look at videotape. Lex Luger and Nikita Koloff clashing.
Jay Dillon handing Luger the arena mic.
I know you're watching Nikita Koloff on your monitor. What I'm telling you right now in front of all these people and on national TV, if you got 1 ounce of courage and guts in your body, you'll come out here right now and settle this thing once and for all.
Well, how about that? We heard Nikita at the beginning of the program say he wanted Luger. Now Luger answered. The challenge from Lex Luger. Hey, here comes Nikita Koloff. Nikita's going to take it up. Down the aisle. Into the ring. Here's the United States champion, Nikita Koloff, showing James J. Dillon aside. And Luger attacks him, and they go at it. They're really at it. Both men down, rolling around. What a fight we got in our hands. What a fight we got. JJ holding the back of his head in one corner. They're out of the ring. Luger and Nikita, they're really going at it against the rail of the ring out there. Luger man backing down, they're both slugging away. And they get where they're going down the rail. A bunch of guys are there, Bob, a bunch of wrestlers. Everybody comes down to try to break it up. And here come more, and they're still fighting. Down the aisle of the arena. They can't get them separated as they continue to go at each other. They're pushing wrestlers and throwing them from side to side away to get at each other. And finally they go down the back. All over there, Bob. Look at the wrestlers out there. They're trying to break it up. Everybody converging around them. can't get them apart, and they can't get it stopped. When you talk about hate pouring over, it is right here.
Somewhere in that mass of humanity is two men that really wanted each other. Oh, Nikita breaks loose and they break at it again. They're back slugging on each other once again.
Okay, Nikita, as you watch that, I know a lot's going through your mind.
You know what I find out about Lex Luger? Lex Luger, you are a big man, Lex Luger. But you not so bad. You not so bad, Lex Luger. That's what I find out about you. You see, I have been attacked by Ivan Koloff before. By Vladimir Petrov. By Dick Murdoch, who's not even around, you see. So you see, Lex Luger, what are you thinking, Lex Luger? You're not thinking, Lex Luger. I still stand right here. I still, USA champion, Lex Luger. You want to be champion, Lex Luger. You want to be somebody that defeats me. Here's a spell right here, Lex Luger. Here's a tiger. Go for it.
Fans, we'll be right back.
Please sit down and take a look at what's really causing all this. The world's heavyweight wrestling champion. Or don't like it, sit down and look at it because it's the best going today. Woo!
The new breed, Sean Royal and Chris Champion.
And they're going up against John and Tim Hardy. Chris Champion will start out, David. What a combination. Champion and Royal. They have the strength, they have the quickness. Just youngsters. Arrogant. Yeah, they talk real big, Tony. As long as Lasertron and the Boogie Woogie Man Jimmy Van are not around. That's right, but we've seen Boogie Woogie Man and Tron chase him away before.
They have the teamwork, the new breed. Sean waits. Takes him now. Picks him up now by the hair. Hooks him again. What's he going to do to him? I think he's going to break him in half. You know, the new breed says, you know, after they finish with Lasertron and Jimmy Vant, he's going to go after the Rock and Roll Express. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, a lot of people have said that too. That they're going after the Rock and Roll Express, when in the end, A lot of people said they were going to chase the Rock and Roll Express just to see the Rock and Roll Express turn around and chase them.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, there are a lot of people that are afraid of the new breed. You know, look at the Hardy Boys over here. You know, he doesn't know what to do. Anything. Look at this. Now you can see why the Hardy Boys are definitely afraid of the new breed. He didn't want to get up. He didn't want to put up a fight. So the new breed, right now Chris Champion, is just going to destroy him. It's called beat 'em up. Now, as long as you won't fight this team, they will destroy you. Just lumber around like a fish out of water. Sean comes off.
That was for you, Lasertron!
Here they start. All right, backs him in. Oh, that was nice.
How's that, boogeyman?
And we know the Hardy Boys aren't going to fight him. So I want you to watch the new breed. Watch the teamwork. Like him or not, they're a good team. Look at him, he's just waiting. Chris Champion just waiting. He's going to jump off. Remember, they're on that floor. Here he, oh.
Knock him when they're down, and then knock him again for being down.
No.
I don't want to put him in there.
Get back inside the ring.
Hey, bring him back here. Come here. 1, 2. Come on, House Quake.
Good slam. Tag's made. Now Chris Champion comes in. What are they going to do? Hey, Tony, you hear the new breed's got some fans over there. They're weird, but they've got some fans.
Now, needless to say, the new breed, an odd group, to say the least, with our talk of 2002 coming back from the future.
Put him down and beat him up.
This is what they mean by styling and profiling the world champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Big Magnum TA is the only beefcake in town. Let's hear it for a man the public loves to hate. Now let's put the camera on this one time. This is what being the world champion, being one of the 4 horsemen is all about. It's called styling and profile. And in the words of the infamous Arn Anderson, what's really causing all this? I'm going to tell you. Big bucks. Big time money. And you know how you get to make all the money? You got to be in the main line of the greatest sport in the world. Now let's do what Dusty Rhodes did. Step over here, Tony Schiavone. Come on over here. You see, Dusty Rhodes takes it upon himself to walk into the middle of the ring and tell the whole world he's standing on both his legs, the great American hero that he is. Well, let me tell you how it is, Big Dust. We all got a lot of respect for what you are in this sport. You're one of the main liners, one of the big daddies. But you see, Big Dust, there are times when you confuse yourself and put yourself in the same category as the 4 horsemen.
And when you jump, specifically on Tully Blanchard, you're jumping on me, and you're jumping on Luger, and you're jumping on Arn, and you're jumping on JJ. So you see what happens, Big Dust, is you're outnumbered. Your troops aren't deep enough to handle it. And this time, my friend, you have ridden that lightning bolt probably, and I'm being very serious, to the end of your wrestling career. Because as you saw, we can be real bad and real nasty, and the more things heat up, the closer you come to having it all in. Now, Magnum TA, let me explain something to you, Magnum. You walk out here, the great champion that you are. We all know what kind of man you are. Nobody could have come back from where you've been, buddy. We love you for it. But my friend, if you get my way, whop, you're gonna get one of those. If you get Luger's way, you get one of those. And if you get in Blanchard's way, I expect to see him put that slingshot suplex on you, buddy. Bad arm or not, the name of this game is competition. It's blood, it's guts, it's glory, and it's ours. And Nikita Koloff, for you to walk out here and holler and dare Lex Luger to bring it to you tells me that your few years in this great sport, nothing has sunk in. Luger is gonna be the U.S. champion when he wants to be. Right now, I put my arm around him, I say, Lex, tease Nikita a little bit. Make him sweat. Make him think what it'll be like to walk around without that belt. Make him think what it'll be like to look Dusty Rhodes in the eye and have that funny feeling in his stomach and say, Dust, I let you down. Luger beat me. Where do I go now? That's what's called being a champion, buddy. You don't bring it on, you go get it. I'm the best there is, and I can back up every word I say, and I do it day in and day out. That's what makes me the cream of the crop. I style, I profile, I can boogaloo, I can do whatever I have to do to be the man day in, woo, and day out.
The world champion, Ric Flair.
Custom made, $1,100. Buy yourself one, kid.
And we'll be right back.
Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson.
You know, it's certainly a team that makes everybody feel good when they walk into the arena.
They have that something certain special. The charisma that the fans love. Put him down for the pin. Arm drag takes him over.
One of their key points also has to be the confidence they have. You can just tell when they wrestle, when they tag in and out, their teamwork, their ability. They know from the moment go, regardless of who they're wrestling, that they're either going to control the match or be right in it. And we'll be right back, fans. We'll go away.
All right, we're back. Robert Gibson still has that arm. You know, the Rock and Roll Express, you talk about, there's so many teams that want to defeat them because rock and roll is always at the top. You've got the Midnight Express, United States Tag Team Champions. They want to take them down. Also the New Breed. Everyone.
Here's a team that claims they'll be the World Tag Team Champions once again. And who's to dispute them?
Switch now. Look at this. Here it comes, here it comes. Yes! Double drop kick.
And another great win for Ricky and Robert right here.
All right, Tony, it's a pleasure to be here today. But like everybody has seen, Paul Jones, new foreign team. You got Arn Koloff, Petrov, Manny Fernandez. It makes no difference to us, Paul Jones, because we said we were going to be champions, and we are champions. And as the Midnight Express, I hear running their mouth, costing than you, U.S. Tag Team Champions. But brother, we're just looking down at you. And now the New Breed. If you want to take a walk into the Twilight Zone, brother, you come on, because we'll let you know how it feels when the bullet hits the bone, because rock and roll is #1 around here, and you're soon to find it out. We don't care what it takes. See, there's nothing we can do about you jumping on us, but there's a whole lot we can do to get you off, and you fixing to find out. Woo! Remember, rock and roll is forever, Tony. Yeah!
No doubt about that, fans. Let's go back to the ring.
In the ring now, one of the four horsemen, Arn Anderson. Takes his time, Double A. Arn Anderson.
David, very briefly remind the fans that a big card of wrestling tonight in Sarasota at Robarts Arena, the NWA. So don't forget that. And fans, tune in tomorrow night at 5:30 Eastern Time for our Sunday edition of World Championship Wrestling. What an athlete this man is, Arn Anderson.
Oh, yes. Patented Anderson move.
Right there, the youngest member of the Anderson family. But obviously, within the last year, 2 years, the man who's made the most noise. And a solid member of the Four Horsemen.
Oh, yes. Arn Anderson, he enjoys being in that wrestling ring. You know, talking to the World Heavyweight Champion, Ric Flair, he says, of the Four Horsemen, Arn Anderson could be the most sadistic of all of them. He's the enforcer.
Well, here's a little example right here. Knees on the arm, knee drops, and then the twist on that left arm, and now he's kicking right on the shoulder.
He's a workhorse.
He wants him to hurt. He's not worried about pinning the man right there.
Just like you told me, all remember? What's going on?
You hear him talk about Ole Anderson.
Working on the arm, he says.
Ole Anderson, the original.
You know, some fans out there calling for the Horseman and calling for the Gourd Buster. You know, Arn, I'm sure, is just ready to put the Gourd Buster on any time, but right now it's suffer time at the old wrestling match.
Being a Four Horseman is a way of life. It's a mental attitude. You live it, breathe it 24 hours a day. Even their manager, J.J. Dillon, he's part of it.
I don't know what's more devastating, the spine buster or the Gourd Buster, or just working on the arm.
Anything this man does. is devastating. Sign of the Four Horsemen.
Another member of the Four Horsemen, still the World Television Champion, Tully Blanchard, along with Doc Journey. And I know you've heard what Magnum had to say when he walked out here.
I tell you what, Tony Schiavone, one thing before we all start. I'm going to make you the most famous secretary in all the world. I'm going to make you more famous than Jessica Hahn. Now, back to business. Magnum TA. I got to clap for you. Man, you're making a great recovery. You're a step back. Man, I'm telling you, it's going to be great someday to watch you step through those ropes and put the tights back on. It's going to do my heart good. But until that time comes, you just carry that sack full of common people's money down to ringside, because I tell you what, Dark Journey's going to have all the pleasure carrying it out. Now, Dusty Rhodes, you want to get up here and talk horsemen. I'm still on 2 legs. I'm up here. Both legs still work. Yeah, they're here. Are they on 100%'s a question? But you're a great man. You've been World's Heavyweight Champion 3 times, World's Television Champion a couple times, and nobody's taking anything away from you. You're one of the greatest in all the world. You're a tough man. I've never said that. But Big Dust, you can't rest on your laurels. You can't go on past performance. June 6th, it's going to be 0-0. I'm not talking about the times I beat you for this, or the time 2 years ago when I beat you for the World's Television title, or the national title, or anything else. It's going to be 0 for Dusty Rhodes and 0 for Tully Blanchard. Just like the Boston Celtics and the Detroit Pistons. It all comes down to that one game. So Big Dust, June the 6th, Greensboro Coliseum, you bring Mr. Inspiration Magnum TA. You bring yourself, because I'm bringing Dark Journey, and all the horsemen are going to be there. $100,000 on the line, and Big Dust, that's what it says all. I'm putting this up and the money. And Big Dust, I've said it before, June 6th is my day. It's a day for Tully Blanchard, for Dark Journey, and the Four Horsemen to shut you up once and for all, so don't you miss it.
Tully Blanchard and Dark Journey, and we'll be back right after this time.
There she is. Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin. And the beautiful lady in red. Precious.
And Ric Flair still contends.
Oh, Rick, eat your heart out, guys.
He still contends that he will have Precious, there she is, very soon. He contends that.
Hey, Rick, you might be minus something besides that mean coat.
We have seen the videotape of what happened between Lex Luger and Nikita Koloff, and we've seen the expression on Nikita Koloff's face, a very angry man, but I think it also goes with this man, too, being very angry.
Well, we've seen another side of the multifaceted, awesome Lex Luger. We've seen an intensity in the confrontation with Nikita Koloff that had not surfaced heretofore. And now this has got to be one more thing in the back of the mind of Nikita Koloff, that Lex Luger, the total package, possesses this intensity that Mr. Koloff was not aware of existing. I think you've got him, Lex, right in the palm of your hand.
JJ, we're halfway home. Nikita Koloff, you wouldn't return our calls. He was too busy masquerading at the U.S. heavyweight title. That's right, masquerading, Nikita Koloff. But now I finally got you wanting a piece of me as much as I want a piece of you. But you know, you showed me something, Nikita Koloff. You are what they say you are. You're a competitor. You have what it takes in the sport of professional wrestling. But you know what, Nikita Koloff? I like it that way, because I thrive on competition, Nikita Koloff. Lex Luger has all the material things in life. There's one thing that money can't buy, and that's that U.S. heavyweight title. Nikita Koloff, let's tell it like it is. Lex Luger is the man that will dominate professional wrestling for the next decade to come. Nikita Koloff, I'm looking you in the eye right now. I hope you have some restless nights. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about those butterflies in your stomach. When the hairs stand up on the back of your neck, it's me breathing down it. Because Nikita Koloff, you like to come out here and pull your straps down. Well, take a look at this. Take a good look. This is what's coming after you with both barrels wide open. You say, I want to be U.S. heavyweight champion? No. Let's rewind that. I'm gonna be U.S. heavyweight champion, and there's not a thing you can do about it, because Nikita Koloff, being the U.S. heavyweight champion, is my destiny. You can take that to the bank.
Lex Luger and JJ, and let's go to the ring.
The Legion, oh, he killed that guy. The Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal.
So much for Rick Sullivan.
Oh, they're destroying these two guys. You talk about the 4 horsemen. Think about this. The Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors. Nikita Koloff, Dusty Rhodes. That's got to happen sometime. Oh, I did this. Almost out of the ring. Now you see why they call him Animal. Here comes Hawk. Oh, no.
International Tag Team Champions, pretty mean today, I'd say.
You know something, Tony Giovanni? We just showed everybody across the United States. We ain't here to play around no more. You got the 4 horsemen out here. You tried to break our partner, Dusty Rhodes' leg. Everybody out there in the country knows we don't like nobody but Dusty Rhodes. He's in the street. He's proved himself to us and everybody else that wrestle ring. So if you want to put him out of business, take a look right here. You gotta put us out too. So go ahead, boys. Come get it. We don't care if it's in Atlanta or all across the summer. All summer long. Somewhere, sometime, we'll get you in the ring. Tell him, Hawk. Tony Schiavone, one thing the Warriors have never forgot is where they came from. They never forget their roots. Don't the Horsemen wish they could say the same? They'd like to forget about their lives. They're out here trying to impress people with their fancy clothes, their limousines, and their women and their jewelry. Well, that don't impress us. And that don't get the job done in the ring, boys. You gotta be impressing people in the ring. We don't try to impress anybody, but we get everybody's respect. That suit, that nice suit, and them alligator shoes don't do diddly-do in the ring. So you just keep talking, and you keep trying to impress all those people out there. And all those people out there, they're not all rich. And they ain't forgot where they came from, horsemen. And they could care less about your money. You just keep telling them that. It keeps getting them hotter. And they want to see us beat you up all the worse, boys.
Tony Schiavone, I believe it was all said by Magnum TA. One step at a time. 4 horsemen, we're taking it one step at a time. One by one, you're all going to be eliminated.
And we're coming right back.
Hands of Stone. What a great man he is.
Yeah, until that bell rings, and we've said this so many times, and then if your opponent, you think he's anything but a nice man.
Cornette, watch this. Now watch this, Cornette. I know you back there. Just think about it. Oh. Here he comes. Watch this. Hands of Stone. Think about it. Ronnie and Barry, they're going to have a return match with the Midnight Express tonight in Philadelphia.
Yep. And yeah, those U.S. tag team titles. I think we need to say that our Sunday edition program is tomorrow at 5:30 right here on the Superstation. Make sure you join us. All of our fans in Sarasota, don't forget tonight a big card of the NWA. And David, what an emotional return to see Magnum TA back here with us.
It really was. Everybody stood up, and I know you fans at home stood up too when he came out.
It gives you goosebumps to see Magnum back. Now, the 4 Horsemen thought, number one, that Dusty Rhodes would not make it to Greensboro on June 6th, but we saw from Dusty Rhodes. He is standing on his own 2 feet, and he'll be back in Greensboro. And item number 2, they said, Magnum TA will never walk down that ring with that money. Well, we found out from the Rock and Roll Express, from Barry Windham, from Ron Garvin, from all the guys, if Magnum needs help, by golly, they'll help him go down the ring, but Magnum will not need any help. He'll be right there in Greensboro.
That's right. Remember, Philadelphia tonight, the return match, U.S. title match, tag team title, Midnight Express against Barry Windham and Ron Garvin.
And fans, we'll see you next week at 6:05. For David Crockett, I'm Tony Schiavone. We'll see you next week in the best of the NWA World Championship Wrestling.